Like attracts like. When you really, really want something, the reflection you get back is more wanting and more lack. Now, this is because of the laws of the universe. Law of attraction. Whatever frequency you're tuned into is a reflection you get back. So when you're really wanting something, whether it's money, love, success, good health, I really want this thing, it will be so awesome if I have it. You're tuned into the frequency of want, and so the reflection you get back is more wanting. So want equals lack. So in order to get what you want, you have to learn energy dynamics. You have to get out of the frequency of wanting it and get into the frequency of having. Because whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back. So when you're tuned into the frequency of having your desires, having the wealth, having the success, having the loving relationship, having the good health, when you're tuned into that frequency, that is the reflection you get back. So that is the key to manifesting your desires and getting what you want, is getting out of the want frequency and into the having frequency. And I'm going to share a couple of techniques with you in this video that will help you to get into that frequency. So the first technique is you want to create a meditation practice to do every day. And the idea is that when you go into a meditative state, your brainwaves will drop, and you want to drop into theta brainwave. And this is because when you drop into theta brainwave, you drop out of the head, you drop into the heart, you're in the body, and the ego goes quiet. The ego shuts up. You don't have any of that internal chatter. And when you're in theta and you've dropped in the body and the ego goes quiet, it makes it really easy to tap into the frequency of having your desires. And so while you're in this meditative state, you're in theta brainwave, you want to start visualizing a scenario in your mind. You want to, see the picture in your mind of having the thing that you're wanting. So for example, let's say you want to manifest your dream home. You would visualize a picture walking around your dream home. And I would encourage you to incorporate as many of your senses into this picture. So you want to think about, like, how does the house look? What's the layout like? What colors is the carpet or the curtains? And then you want to incorporate, let's say, smell. So what does it smell like when you first walk in the door? Does it smell like a brand new home? Does it smell like baking and have that nice food, cozy smell in the house? So incorporate as many senses. What sounds do you hear in the neighborhood? Is it a quiet neighborhood? Is it in a city where there's a lot of noise? Incorporate all your senses in the picture because it makes it seem more real, like you're actually there. And what you're doing is you're tricking your brain, because your brain, the subconscious mind, does not know the difference between something real and something that's been imagined. And so your subconscious mind, you're basically programming it to believe that this picture is real. And then as you visualize, like, let's say, walking around your house, it's so amazing, you want to get emotionally involved. You want to feel the emotions of having your dream home. And like I said, when you're in a meditative state and your ego goes quiet, it's really easy to feel these emotions, to feel like you are in your home. So it's like, how would it feel? It would feel so amazing. I'm so happy and excited and I'm proud and it's so beautiful. And you just want to soak in those emotions. Allow yourself to just soak in it, because what you're doing is you're conditioning your body with these emotions so that your body believes that this is already yours. And this is because your body is in control, not the mind. We think the mind's in control. The mind conditions the body and then the body takes over. So you want to condition the body with these emotions so the body thinks you already have your dream home or your desire. And then what you want to do is also feel gratitude in the body for having your dream home or your desire. Feel grateful for it before you receive it. So then you're conditioning the body that this is already a done thing. You already have it. So the body believes it, and because the body's in control, this is how you will attract it in. And so this is how you get into that frequency of having it. You want to create this as a daily practice that you commit to. So you're constantly tuning into that frequency. And when you come out of the meditation, you'll spend the rest of the day still connected to those elevated emotions of having it. It's a lot easier to stay in that frequency of having when you commit to doing it every day. Because if you don't commit to doing it every day and you just do it here or there, it's really easy to fall back into the old frequency of wanting, and you don't want to fluctuate between those two frequencies. The idea is that you maintain the frequency of having. It was Neville Goddard who said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So you want to spend your day feeling the emotions of the wish fulfilled. You don't want to fall back into the emotions of wanting it. And so that's what helps to keep you tuned into that frequency, committing to it every day. The best time to actually do this is right before you go to sleep. This is the best time to influence your subconscious mind, which is controlling 95% of your reality. So all your results come from the programming of your subconscious mind. So if you use this technique right before you go to sleep, what happens when you go to sleep is that the conscious mind disconnects and you're in your subconscious mind for those 8 hours of sleeping. So the last thing that you thought about, watched, listened to right before sleeping will get taken into your subconscious mind, and it marinades in the subconscious during those 8 hours of sleep. So if you do your visualization technique and you feel the emotions of having this, like this desire, whatever it is, you will then take that into the subconscious mind to marinate. So that's the first step to getting yourself tuned into that frequency. Now, I have another technique to share that helps to get you out of that wanting and that desire frequency. Because like I say, you can fall back into the old frequency, and we don't want to be doing that. So if you've noticed yourself being attached to your desire, back to really wanting this thing, I desire it so much, when is it coming? That energy repels. When you desire something, it repels. So we've got to get ourselves out of that energy. And what you can do is use Dr. David Hawkins' letting go technique. So this technique is pretty much how you let go of the desire of wanting this thing. So what you do, I learned this from his book, by the way, in Letting Go. And there was a chapter in it on desire, because he has a few different chapters based on like the different emotions on the scale of consciousness, because Dr. David Hawkins was the one that calibrated this scale of consciousness. And so Letting Go, the book Letting Go, teaches you the letting go technique so you can work your way up that scale of consciousness. And desire is on the scale of consciousness. So he had a chapter in the book based on desire. And so what he said to do, if you're finding yourself like desiring this thing and you can't let it go, because you've got to learn to let go and trust the universe. You've got to learn to detach, because when you detach, that's when the magic happens. That's when it comes in. So if you're struggling to let it go, what he suggests you do is you write out what your desire is in detail. So write it all out. This is what you're wanting. And then what the letting go technique is where you allow your emotions to be there. So it's a great technique for dealing with emotions, not just desire, but emotions in general. And a lot of the times we resist our emotions and we're storing and suppressing them in the body. So using this technique is what stops you from storing them in the body and suppressing it. And so you write out your desire in detail, and then you sit with that emotion of desire, desiring this thing. You allow the emotion to be there. You accept it. You don't resist it. You observe it, because you are not your emotions. You're the conscious being that can take the step back and observe it. So you just sit with that desire, allow it to be there, observe it, feel into it. And what the letting go technique is, it's allowing it to be there. But what happens is it will clear that emotion out. So emotion stands for energy in motion. So you're basically using the letting go technique to clear the energy out, so that the desire, the energy of desire, is no longer there. And so you just sit with it for however long It'll clear itself out. You will notice it, like you'll feel lighter in the chest, because this technique is what you use to go up that scale of consciousness as well. And so the energy just clears out. You feel lighter and uplifted. And then what happens is that you don't desire it. The desire is not there because you've allowed the energy to be there. You're by allowing the emotion to be there. And then instead of storing the emotion in the body, you've allowed it to process and let it go. And so when you let it go like this, he talks about it in the book. He gives examples of people that really wanted something specific in their reality. They wrote it out in full detail. As soon as they used that technique and they let go of the desire, it happened. And the way it happened was with all the details they wrote out as well. So it was like pretty cool reading these stories in this book. But those are the two ways I suggest using, like the two techniques. You could use one or the other or both, like combine the two. But the idea is it's to get you in the right emotional state so you can attract your desires. You want to be in that emotional state of already having it. You don't want to be in the frequency of wanting or desiring it, because that repels. Having it is what makes you magnetic and brings it in. So I hope you liked this video and you got some sort of value out of it. And if you did, let me know by hitting the like button or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'm going to drop another video here that will be a great follow-up video after this one. So check that out and have an awesome day. Peace.